Yes, family. What you saying? Eazi's out here with my boy again. And we're gonna go a little bit into how he died, to tell you the truth. So we're gonna talk about my boy a little bit, yeah, because it's a deep story of how he died and all of that and what went on. So I'm gonna start off with that, yeah. It's because the conversation I'm gonna be having today is gonna be about mental health, yeah. My boy Patrick, he died because he jumped in front of a train, yeah, and he weren't mentally stable. And there's a lot of people in the community that goes through a lot of mental health problems and issues, and they don't speak out about it. So I'm gonna speak about my perspective on mental health and what I've been through, because I got more than a couple of guys that I know personally that is suffering from mental illness. You know what I mean? So it's a deep subject, especially when it comes to the man them on the roads and all of that, because it's even deeper for them, because it's harder for them to talk about it. It's harder for them to speak to the man them about it, because it might be portrayed as like something soft, you see it. So I definitely believe that we need to speak about it and confine into the man them that might be going through some stress and some problems that we don't know, yeah. So yeah, salute to Miranda, if I pronounce that right. But so the story about my boy, yeah, Patrick, like I said, he's one of my right hand man from way back in Forest Gate, yeah. We used to be walking around, like I was always small, he was always big, you know what I mean, and we had it like tight like that, you see what I'm saying? Like the people that knows anyway. I don't want to go too deep into just of how we grew up. But he was going through at the time we was all smoking weed at that time, innit? We was young, very young. We were smoking weed, and I think he went through a lot, you know what I mean? Because his mum died, and then he went to Jamaica to go see his mum's funeral, because his dad lives here and he was living with his dad, and he must have half brothers over in Jamaica or family over in Jamaica. But the story was that I knew was that he went to Jamaica to see his mum's funeral, and when he got there, it wasn't no welcoming. I think he was like denied a few things. I don't really know the story to full extent, but this is what I heard, yeah, that he was denied. I won't say denied entry, but he weren't greeted. You see what I'm saying? He wasn't like as his son or something. So it was I think yeah. So that had the big part of his trigger of his mental illness. You know what I mean? Like going like his dad sent him over to Jamaica, and then all his family in Jamaica kind of denied access. Like denied him, you see what I'm saying? Like he ain't one of the family, you see what I'm saying? So that affected him, you know what I mean? Because that's his mum, you know what I mean? So I don't know how deep it went, but I know that's a fact of the story, you see what I'm saying? So he came back from Jamaica, but that was a build-up. So that was a build-up. There's a lot of things that was going around in the ends, because we was young. We was like making our name from scratch, you know what I mean? So we had to put in work, you know what I mean? If you understand what I'm saying. So there's a lot of elders around that was like slyly picking on certain people, you see it? You know what I mean? This selective picking on, you know what I mean? And then fucking my man was like picked on in a way, You see what I'm saying? Like it was very sticky, because the thing is, when I was I was a little bit, I was ruthless, yeah. My boy was ruthless, but he was more quiet, humble. I was just reckless, yeah. So none of that could have happened around me, you know what I mean? Any violation around me, it would have been peak. But I couldn't have been around him 24/7, innit? So he was in certain circumstances where certain people like might have violated, and his team weren't there to support him. You know what I mean? So he went through that. So I'm just giving you all the scenario of the picture of what might have triggered his mental illness. You know what I mean? That trip to Jamaica might have been one of the major ones, and the introduction of weed from early might have been playing on his mind, and the fact that he was like, you know what I mean, we had to do a lot to just earn our rep, our name in Forest Gate. You know what I mean? So yeah, man, it's definitely deep, and he probably had his own drama at home, you know what I mean, because his dad was very strict as well, you know what I mean, catch us in the house and tell us off and all of that, you know what I mean. But I remember from early we was out there trying to make something happen, you know what I mean. We was doing the paper rounds. I remember when Patrick had papers outside his house, you know what I mean, we were there, just delivered them out, you know what I mean. That's like my first ever job. I can't remember how old I was, man. Paper rounds, you get those type of jobs when you're young, innit? I can't remember that. I don't even know how you're young, but it was young. But so we was out there trying to make something happen from then. So we weren't standabouts, you know what I mean. We weren't like goalposts, you know what I mean. We was out there trying to make it happen, yeah. So Patrick always had that drive, you know what I mean. But it's just the mentality of being solid is very, you know what I mean, up like people don't want to show the world that they're weak at certain times. You see what I'm saying? Like they could be weak and don't want to show the world that they're weak. You know what I mean? Don't want to show the man that they're weak, because they think the man might not respond to them correctly. You know what I mean? So a lot of that is like hiding hidden issues and problems where they can. That's part of the feeling of being alone and stressed out and having the world on his shoulders. You know what I mean? So all of that. So yeah, so my boy started showing some symptoms, you know what I mean? Because I remember I was in Manor Park now with my other two bedrooms that we used to chill, smoke weed at the yard and everything. You know what I mean? We used to smoke weed, chill, you know what I mean? And then like we used to play games. I remember it was Nintendo Cube or something. We were playing Rocky or something, you know what I mean? That Rocky was a bad boy game back in the day. So Rocky, boxing, and different other games, you know what I mean? And then like, this is what I can remember. There must have been many like signs of him losing his mind, but the ones that I could remember was the fact that we used to play on the console, and then he'd be pushing the buttons, and then he'd be watching me, yeah. And I'm thinking, bro, are you playing the game or this guy's watching me? So I'm thinking, bro, are you like, what's wrong with you, bro? And then the look that he had in his face, yeah, it was like he used to be smiling a lot. I'm thinking, what are you smiling about, bro? Like, asking the question, what's going on? Like, what are you smiling about? What are you smiling for? Who bust a joke? And then like to us, we're thinking, what the fuck? You know what I mean? But he was going through something, like to the point that you catch him like, and he will mumble something, and you think, bro, what you mumbled, bro? And he's like, nah, nothing. So at that time, when he was going through that, because that took like weeks and probably months, he was going through that, and we was just clocking little simple like symptoms, and we was young, we didn't know what was like, we didn't know too much about mental, you know what I mean? I'm just seeing my boy transform into something different, like someone that's not him, like this is not him. And then him mumbling is like, I catch him like mumbling and smiling at something, like something's going through his head that no one knows and no one can hear, you know what I mean? So that was like, wow. And the thing is, to tell you the truth, I have to kick the rule, yeah. When he started doing some crazy stuff when we was chilling, yeah, I kind of like was saying to a guy, bro, like, you can't be around, man, if you're acting, because we thought he was like moving a little bit fruity, you know what I mean? Because he was watching, man, and smiling at, man, you know what I mean? And then when I'm asking him what's going on, he'd be like, nah, nothing, trying to hide it. So I was like, bro, like, you can't be rolling with mine like that. And that's how it was when I was back in the day. Yeah. And then I don't even know, I can't remember too much. It was so back in the day, bro. It was crazy, man. But I definitely sent him away, innit? And then I can't remember, because the thing is, I was in between two sets, you know what I mean? If you get where I'm coming from, I was with Forest Gate, man, at them times. But then, because I went to school in E6, which was London school, I was still rolling with the six man them, you know what I mean, from East Ham. You see what I'm saying? Not Beckton. From East Ham, make that clear, yeah? So, and I was like, nah, I can't take my Forest Gate down there, you know what I mean? Because he's acting a little bit weird, acting crazy. And I think I was up to mischief in the six as well. And I think I might have been like, I don't know if I was in jail or what, but we lost contact, yeah? Or he disappeared. I think now this is when he went to Jamaica and came back, yeah? And when he came back, I think he disappeared or something. I don't know what happened to him, but he disappeared, yeah? No, actually, no. Before he even disappeared, he was doing some. Oh man, I have to tell you the story. Like it's like so long ago. I can't really remember too much. But I remember stories. Yeah, that when he came back. Yeah, no, actually, no. He disappeared. He definitely disappeared. I don't know if I went to jail or whatnot, but he disappeared, and then he came out. He came out of a mental home. That's what happened to him. Yeah, so he disappeared, came out of the mental home. Yeah, and he's back on the streets now. Yeah, he came back. Yeah. Another thing that he came back with was a Bible. I can remember he came back with a Bible, and I looked at him and I was thinking, so that's another thing as well. Like, especially when it comes to spiritual systems with people with mental health. Yeah, I don't think that's the way to go, because there's a lot of things that's going on in the Bible and what I would call spookism. It's not good to be indoctrinating in someone with mental health, yeah? So let me just make that clear anyway, but let me get back to the story, yeah? So he came back with a Bible now, and he's speaking to me. I ain't seen him for donkeys. And I was like, bro, you're right, yeah? He came back even bigger as well, yeah? So this guy is massive, yeah? And then he's telling me that, yeah, he's alright. Speaking to him, he ain't the same person. I could tell who was my friend. Yeah, and this guy came back and he wasn't the same, but I could still work with him. You know what I mean? I could still find him in him. You see what I'm saying? Because to tell you the truth, bro, once you end up in a house, yeah, that mental home, bro, and you come back, you don't come back the same, man. And that's my first experiences of it. My boy came back, yeah, and he wasn't the same. You see what I'm saying? But I definitely did try to work with him. I brought him around him, told him all the lowdown of what's going on the streets and what I've been up to. He was so shocked that I was like on this road life. Like he was expecting, he had something. Like he was expecting something more from me. Like, why are you on the roads? Why are you doing this street stuff? Like, I was expecting you to be like rich and something like that. He was telling me all of this stuff. Like he expected me to be blowing her somewhere or somehow. Like I didn't even have nothing in it. Like I weren't into anything too tough, because back in the day I was into football as well. So I used to play for a team in Forest Gate as well. But the way that he came and told me that he expected more from me, I was thinking, rah, what the hell was he seeing in me at that time? You know what I mean? Because I was on the roads, in and out of jail at that time. But when he came back he spoke to me, yeah? And he was on a motive. Yeah, when he came back, he was on a motive, and the motive that he was on, yeah, was anyone that disrespected him back in the day, he was after. That's how he was on, bro. And like I said, yeah, I was small and he was big. He's always been a big character. He came back even bigger, and like, bro, he kept his memories, yeah, and he was on a hunt. So he started knocking on people's, like, I'm like in Forest Gate, like half of the man them were like next door neighbours and that. So he was knocking on next door neighbours' houses, yeah. And then I'm getting phone calls left, right and centre. And they was like, yo, have you seen Patrick? I was like, yeah, he's out, he's alright. He's like, yeah, why is he knocking on my door? And I'm thinking, wait, you knocking on your door, yeah? Like, I'm thinking it's a joke thing, yeah? And he's like, yeah, he's proper knocking on my door, like what does he want? Yeah, I was just laughing in my head, innit, yeah, because, like, Patrick, like, to me, like, I was the only one that could tell him stop, or you know what I mean? Like, he would listen to me. And it was just funny to me to hear, like, how everyone was scared. And rightly so, because he was, when me and him spoke, boy, he was talking about stuff that happened way back. He brought out some stuff that I didn't even remember. And he saying that, no, I need to check the man them about that. And I'm thinking, bro, mate, I'm telling you, mate, he was on a hunt. He hunt down man them in Forest Gate, and he hunt down man them in E6. That's a fact. A lot of people ain't gonna speak upon it, but that's a fact, mate. And he's boy, Forest Gate, I'm all hearing that my man chased man around a car because my man took me along of coming down with some weed. So my man ducked him down with a heat around the car. And I'm thinking, bro, I'm getting these phone calls. I'm thinking, rah. And then my man will come knock for me and I'll be like, bro, what have you done? What you been doing? He's like, nah, I ain't been doing much, you know. I was like, bro, man's all hearing that you ducking down, man, yeah? And then he's like, yeah. He's like, yeah. Do you remember that when he done that to me? Do you remember when he done this to us? Or da-da-da? I'm thinking, bro, that's time ago, man. He just let that go, you know? He's like, nah. Bro, he's doing solo missions, bro. Solo missions without my consent. He's going behind my back here. He's in E6 and all of that, hunting down people, bro. And like, these are like, back in the day, they might have violated in a way, but that shit was squashed. My man's after them. And I'm like, bro, like, and then there's certain man them that were cool with him. And he would knock on certain man them's door and everything. And then you have them chilling in the yard. And my man them like, my boy Acid, you know, because my boy Patrick knocked on his door. And Acid be like, yeah, Patrick's here. I was like, yeah, what? He's like, I'm thinking, why is he there? He's like, yeah, man, he come to buck me, like. And then like, yeah. And then Acid's giving me a look like, yeah, he's alright, yeah. I was like, yeah, he's alright, bro, he's alright. Like, because he was cool with him, you see it? So he was safe with him. But it was just crazy at that time, man. He was on one, but he was ducking down a lot of people, man. So, and then what happened was, after the stories of him ducking down a loads of people from Forest Gate to E6, yeah, I was in that road life, so I ended up going jail now, yeah, for a robbery now, yeah, me, Acid, and someone else, yeah. We got straight remanded, yeah. So I was in there sitting down for about 3 months, on remand, yeah. So now I'm going through politics. Like, that story there alone is a madness, yeah. Like that's a story that it was peak for me. I was in the Ville, and I had tonsillitis. This is a time of swine flu epidemic in London, or if people can remember the swine flu epidemic, where everyone, like, it was peak, yeah. I got hit with tonsillitis before I got nicked, yeah, and then it started hitting me hard, you know what I mean? And the doctors and the nurse didn't help me. They thought I was talking crap because I was trying to talk to them. So I was on a wing, and basically I was like half dying, innit? I didn't come out my cell. I didn't eat no food. My soulmate, was trying to feed me some Rice Krispies and sugar, artificial sugar, like, trying to feed me it, yeah. And like I was ill, and I was throwing up, like trying to throw up everything. Like my boy's trying to feed me, trying to spoon feed me, and especially pen food as well. You like in Pennerville, mate, you get dry rice. You put baked beans on dry rice. Like, oh mate, the food was crazy, yeah. So man's having a hard time in Penn. I'm not gonna speak too much because there was a lot of things that was going on in that time of jail, yeah. So I'm not gonna go on that story, but I'm gonna be talking a lot of stories. I'm gonna be doing a lot of stuff, yeah. So just remember that story, yeah. But anywho, so I was going through hell in Penn now, yeah, and I got court dates coming up, and then I decided to call my mum, like obviously because they can't call in, I call home. So I call home to find out what's going on with my mum now, yeah. And then my mum was telling me like, is everything alright? I'm like, yeah. Because obviously I'm not telling my mum what all the dramas that was going on in jail, yeah. So, and then she was like, I can't remember how it started. I can't remember how it come up, man. But she said that Patrick, dad came over the house or something. No, actually, yeah, because yeah. No. Let me take it back. Before the phone calls, before that last phone call, I was phoning home. Obviously, 3 months in there, yeah. So and then like, my mum said that Patrick came knocking, and I explained to him that you're in jail, and then like, my mum was saying that he was a little bit agitated or saying like why is in there like, and I'm writing Mandem, and Mandem are writing back telling me that Patrick don't know why you in jail, like he's like kind of losing the, like he is losing the plot. You see what I'm saying? Like thinking like he's on some mad one, like thinking that he's gonna try to break me out or something. So that didn't help as well. So his Code D, his right hand man that he expected so highly of, yeah, is in like lockdown. You know what I mean? So he's running around loose. Like, bro, there's mad stories, mate. Like Romford Road, the stories goes deep. I don't want to go in, but bro, man was like a monster. No, I won't say he was a monster, man, because he had a kind heart. He wouldn't touch, like, you see what I'm saying? So it's a little bit deep. It's deep. I definitely explain a little bit more, man. But yeah. So when I'm hearing from my man them that yeah, he's coming and he's asking the same questions. Where's Eazi? You know what I mean? And no, he's in jail. Like, be out soon. And I'm trying to find contact with him, but I can't. You see what I'm saying? So the last phone call, this is like where my court date is coming now, yeah? I phoned my mum, and then my mum like obviously said that Patrick Gibbs' dad came around. I was like, yeah, what? Yeah, how's Patrick? He's like, yeah, he must have been like that he died. And I'm thinking, what? You know what I mean? I'm in Penn now thinking, rah, my man died. Like, I was thinking, whoa. So, and this time in Penn, when I got that phone call, that I phoned my mum and she told me that he died, it was peak. It was peak for me in Penn, in the Ville. It was peak for me. It was madness. I don't want to go into that story for next time, but it was peak for me in the Ville. You know what I mean? So, and then Mumsy told me that my man died. Don't know the full story or something, but I heard that he jumped in front of a train. Yeah. And I'm like, raw. So I'm thinking, boy, that's crazy. But the first thing I thought, yeah, because I was a little bit, I understand a little bit of like spirituality, you know, I think, because I ran straight into my dreams or something. I want to say dreams. I was telling, before I went to sleep that same day, I was telling myself in the cell, yeah, bro, Patrick, speak to me, talk to me, come speak to me through the dreams, talk to me. I was just begging him before I went to sleep. And then, bro, funny enough, mate, like I remember partially because because it's hard to rememberize a lot of your dreams, isn't it? Yeah. So what I done is went sleep and I memorized, and he came to me, yeah, in my dreams, yeah. Not saying that it's 100% him or whatnot. This is what I got, yeah. Could be my mind playing tricks on him, but on me. But he came to me and we spoke. We actually spoke, and the conversation was like the conversation that we would have had if we was on road, because I knew his situation, that he was like came out the mental house and home, and his head went straight. So I was trying to talk to him. I wanted to get all the information out of him. You know what I mean? Of what happened, what went on. That was my thoughts, and I implemented that through my dreams. And I was speaking to him, yeah. And the first thing when he came in my dreams, yeah, and he straight away talked like we already knew what I want. So it went like it was a brand new conversation, yeah. Yeah, hey, acid, bro. Make sure you be writing something, boy. Actually, acid, yeah. I'm gonna jump you on live, yeah. We're talking about Patrick Gibbs, bro. Yeah, let me see if I can add my boy in. Acid. There we go. Speak, yeah. We're talking about mental health, yeah, because you can definitely validate on some of the information I'm talking right now, yeah. So, like, he was my co-D. My boy Acid was my co-D in pen. I ain't gonna talk about half of the politics in there, but he can vouch because even me and him fell out in pen, yeah. So I hope he bloody jumps on, because me and him fell out in pen. So that's a story for next time. But when we got that call, when I got that call, I definitely went. I went to buck my boy Acid and told him the broke down. You know what I mean? That our boy dropped. You know what I mean? So, but yeah, back to that dream now. Yeah, a dream. Yeah. So the first thing he jumped on, like the first thing he came into my dream saying, yeah, that my man was down. He was low. He was depressed. He was stressed. That's the first thing I can remember clearly. It's the first thing he said to me, that he was depressed. You know what I mean? And I was like, bro, like what happened? Explain to me what happened. And the only thing he told me, yeah, is that he was down. He was depressed. Like things were going on. Like he's like, bro, I can't remember too clever, but trust me, the face and everything was like that. It was him I'm speaking to. You know what I mean? And he was just trying to empathize the fact that he was feeling low. And that's the main part of the dream that I can remember, man. I can't remember too much after that, you know what I mean? But he did empathize the fact that he was just stressed out. Like the value of life was just pointless, you know what I mean? And yeah, that story goes, my boy, I don't know, he disappeared, yeah, 'cause I wanted him to jump on. He's a little bit camera shy and all of that, but you know what I mean? We'll definitely get him on a conversation next time, but yeah, let me see that again, same request, but yeah, um, yeah, man. So yeah, so that was that dream, and then what happened after that dream? Because like I said, I was on like remand in it for court. So I went to court now, yeah. And this was like some robbery. And then long story short, I ended up busting case, yeah. And just in time for his funeral. So that's what happened, innit, yeah. So I come straight out of pen with my afro out, you know what I mean? And I think it was like a couple of days. It wasn't that long before the funeral. So because I was stressing out thinking that I'm gonna miss the funeral now when I was in there. You know what I mean? But shit was, bruv, it was peak for me anyway. So I was on a mad one at that time. You know what I mean? And um I didn't know who I was gonna thingy. So I was inquiring with the governor about how to see someone or go to their funeral, you know what I mean? Because I was thinking that I was looking at for time, you know what I mean? So I was ready to sit down, you know what I mean? My boy Acid, he's saying that we're gonna bust case, da 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 da. I was following some what's it called again? Them solicitors, them bullshit solicitors in court, them, I forgot, man, them cheap solicitors that you get from the court. Yeah, I was following what that woman was saying, and she was kind of trying to put man in, like she was a shit solicitor, and she was trying to put man down in it, yeah. And my boy Acid solicitor, was on point because he's been in the court and the which is not good, but he's been in that industry and that solicitor was on point, thinking why the fuck am I speaking, or why am I saying, or why am I pleading guilty for something that's worth something. So I ended up busting case just in time, you know what I mean? And yeah, I just made that funeral. So now I'm with my Forest Gate man them. Oh shit. Sorry, no. What am I doing? Yeah, so I'm with my Forest Gate man them, and yeah, duty solicitors, yeah. Heads up for that, thank you. But yeah, duty solicitors, crap, bro. But you know what it was, yeah. I was knowing, like, for me, yeah, when I'm in there, when I'm in a case and that, bro, I just look at the heavy sentence, yeah, and get my mind mentally prepared for the heavy sentence. You see it, and then whatever comes under it, I'm with it anyway, because I already mentally understand what the worst outcome is anyway. So I already accepted it. So, but my boy didn't have a duty solicitor. He had his own point solicitor, and he was telling my boy to tell me why the hell am I pleading guilty for something that I didn't do, like something that's not even what they're trying to charge us for. So I ended up sacking that solicitor and then running with my boy solicitor, and then we ended up busting case. Yeah, so yeah, of course, man. They worked with the Jakes, you know what I mean? They was trying to put me down, but I was looking at some, like, you know what I mean? Some crazy sentence that I wouldn't even like, you know what I mean? So it's mad. But anywho, yeah, so a bus case come out just in time for my boy's funeral. And yeah, man, it was deep, man, because I see him in the coffin. No, I didn't, because I don't know. I didn't see him in the coffin. I was, because how he got hit. Obviously, he got hit by a train, so I don't know how he looked, but he must have been dismantled. You know what I mean? So I didn't see his face. I don't know why I can picture that I see his face, but I don't know why I can picture. But I'm sure I never see his face. But I remember when I was in the cemetery and in the coffin, and I'm right next to his coffin, bro. I nearly broke down. Yeah, I nearly broke down, bro. And it was man them that was right next to me that was from Forest Gate. Like, I would just walk past me. I was in so much of a daydream, yeah, or a mental state that I wasn't even functioning. Like it was crazy. That feeling is mad. You know what I mean? But yeah, man. So that's my understanding of that mental health. That's my I would say that was my most affected part of my life, where my best friend died from it. You see it, and yeah. So I definitely have a brother that I want to put on, and we can speak about it as well a little bit more, man. But he ain't the only one. He ain't the only friend. You know what I mean? That's gone through it. But the main thing I'm trying to say is that everyone's trying to cover it up. People is going through a lot of stuff and they're covering it up. We need to be like, and you know, but it's hard, because even if so, yeah, that the fact that it shouldn't even be. No, I don't know if he felt that he couldn't talk to me though. That's the thing. I don't know if, like, I can't. I don't know. Like, I'm not in his mind, innit? I don't know if I was in a way where I'm too solid for him to confine into me. You see what I'm saying? Like, the way I do come across too solid. I do come across too solid. I do come across too heartless. You see what I'm saying? Yeah, Acid, man. Bro, jump on there, man. Bro, jump on there, please, bro. Like, help me out, man. I'm gonna get past this, yeah. But I want you to speak upon your experience as well, bro. But please jump on there, man. I'm gonna send another request to you, bro. But this is one of my codees that, bro, that he's got a story in itself, cause yeah, and it's mad. He's got his story within itself, man. But I just want him to this show face, man. Cause I want you to this. Yeah, brother. Yo, Acid.
What got?
Yeah, man. Hey, yeah, dog. Hey, cuz you have to be part of this, man. Hey, listen, yeah. I definitely wanna shout out a thing, yeah. Easy is planning a documentary. I wanna shout out before anything. Easy is planning a documentary, yeah, and it's gonna be about my life, yeah, and the people that are around me, yeah, that are real enough. So there's gonna be a lot of people that might get blurred out, yeah, but it's gonna be easy story, yeah, but it's gonna be implemented on certain man them that has stories to tell. So Acid, your story is gonna be on that one. I'm gonna speak to a lot of OGs as well, yeah, confirm a little thing, but I'm doing a documentary, bro. It's gonna be, bro, and you're gonna be part of it. So this, put the heads up on that one, yeah. But not back to the story if you don't want to talk about that story, yeah. Cause we passed that pen part of the story anyway. I said, yeah. So I was just thinking, I don't know if you want to elaborate, cause you know what it is. I said, yeah. A lot of man them, yeah. They feel that they can't confine their weakness. They might consider it as a weakness, you know what I mean? Or when they're weak, you know what I mean? When they're vulnerable to other man them, you see what I'm saying? They can't talk to other people, bro. And I'm thinking like, you must have a code out of whatever set and whatever gang, yeah, you must have a code that you can confine your information to, bro. You see what I'm saying? Because like, I I felt, yeah, no, I feel, yeah, I felt and I feel, yeah. I don't know how your perspective and other people's perspective on how I am as a character, but the way that I consider myself like real, realist, no, not real, but no, just like trying to be genuine and real. You can talk to me, bro, because I don't lie. You know what I mean? I don't, yes, OE. So this is a conversation, OE, bro. This is a conversation you need to get involved in, bro. Like, oh, I'm Acid. Like, you know me, yeah? Like, if my ass got whooped on the streets, bro,
I
I'm
would,
not gonna tell you that I won the fight. You see it? You know what I mean? I'm not gonna tell you, bro. I'm not gonna remix the story, fam. Like, cuzzy, Eazy's been fighting, and I lost a lot of fights, bro. I've been knocked out, yeah, a few times, bro. Like surprise blows, bro. Like what they call sucker punches. You know what I mean? I'm not gonna lie to you, fam. Sucker punches, bro. That's the thing, though. Sucker punches, bro. You know what I mean? And circle the, and the drama goes on, the stories goes on. But I'm not gonna lie. I'm not gonna say that, bro. Yeah, Easy, duck man, 10 man down, and all of that stories, bro. I'm only gonna talk facts, bro, about my life because I'm secure, or I'm like confident in my life and what I, you know what I mean? Like you can't pussyfoot me. You see me? You can't make me look like an idiot. So I'm comfortable on speaking on any scenarios. You see it? And but the thing is, I said a lot of people are not comfortable in speaking on scenarios. Cause I know you are comfortable speaking to me. That's a fact. Not all of it, not all of it, but you do enlighten a lot of information that a lot of people don't see suited or fitted to speak to other man them about.
true.
You see what I'm saying? And I think that's the reason why we have a lot of fallen soldiers, yeah, in mental health, bro. You know what I mean? Like even up to like you know my other don, you know what I mean? Pie, you know what I mean? We know Pie, you know what I mean? So like he was going through stuff. But like, brother, like we've been through certain man and bruv, I said how like we go back from how old, bro? You see what I'm saying? We're little kids, bruv, together. We're little kids together. We're little kids together, fam. Like, if you can't talk to us or to the real man, then bro, like you like how can you like I don't know, man. So that's the thing in it, I said, bro. What do you think about it, bro?
Sometimes it's weird that you can speak to strangers, but
Yeah,
you, your brothers and shit, bro.
that's facts. A lot of
Yeah,
people speak to strangers, man.
shrinks and that.
Um,
All these shrinks and all
go
these
on.
people, strangers, bro. All them psychiatrists and that, they were strangers, bro. And even to them,
Yeah,
the full thing you get.
yeah, man.
Like, you can't tell them everything, bro.
Boy, you don't want to touch on that story though. That no, maybe not all of it, but even up to the time, because we obviously I don't know if you want to touch on it, but remember, like we obviously we fell out in Pentonville. We fell out. I didn't break down the whole drama story, but like do you remember when I came and I approached you? I told you that Patrick died.
Of course,
You
bro.
remember that?
Yeah.
What, how was it? How was it when I approached you? How was it? How was it? And what was your side of the story on that thing? And tell the people about what he was doing on the streets as well, bro. Like break your breakdown to it. And break down the symptoms that he was showing. I want to hear your side, bro.
It's depression, bro. It's in the house, fam. It's depression where you're staying, not outside. It's the depression, bro. The brother told me that the place is doing his head in it. But I didn't take it in that deep when he told me that. He gave me the place is stressing his brain out, bro. Like, and it was peaked. Only now.
Who? Okay, go on.
Remember that time I told you on the bus, I bumped into him?
Yeah, go on, explain that story. Explain that story.
Listen, I feel bad, bro, because I tried to like duck
Yeah,
him. I tried to go like I didn't see, put my head down on the bus and that. Man jumped on.
But why? But why? Explain why. Why did you feel that way? Tell it like explain why did he feel that way and what was he doing for you to feel that way?
Bro, I thought it was crazy, but it wasn't crazy in it because it was just depression and he was robbing people in it, like friends he knew in it. So obviously I thought I was gonna be a target, blood, on that bus straight.
Yeah, but how was you with him back in the day though? And how was we? You know what I mean? How was we? And why do you think that he was after certain man them?
They violated, did it? Like so
What
certain,
story did you hear? What stories did you hear in the six that he? I'm done.
was it one of his boys? He was jacking people he knew, blood. Like
But isn't it? Hey, you didn't hear about the flick out
he don't,
on thing? Yeah, no. But as I said, I don't want to expose the name. But I was trying to ring the
yeah,
bells in
yeah.
your head, bro.
That shoot
What
on.
story was that? What did you hear about that one though?
A man chased him, boy. Chased him hard.
Oh shit!
But
Yeah,
obviously,
so you heard that he was ducking down people, boy, and then what happened? Go on when he go and explain that story, bro.
I see, man. Obviously, I'm vigilant, innit? So I see him from a mile away. I thought, right, that's Patrick there, about to jump on the 325, innit? So obviously, I'm back to my hood. I ain't see my man. He spotted me from a mile away, innit? Just how I spotted him, he spotted me, innit? Man's jumped on the bus, sat down, just spun his head at me, like, safe. Like, you know what? I was shocked, bro. Like, well, God, where's Eazi? Like, I'm going to my house to buck him now. Come. And that's how we ended up in my yard that day. But he was telling me, like, where he's staying, he's doing his braining in it. A man don't get it till now. I can tell you, like, bro, it's serious, innit?
Yeah, bro. Cause yeah, and then I don't know if you wanna talk about your little yeah, I don't know, cause I don't know if you wanna,
And wait for
bro.
your
I don't
document.
know. You wait. You're putting a documentary, yeah.
Yeah, wait for your documentation because it's up and down. You know,
Yeah, man. Yeah, man. Definitely goes deep, bro. It definitely goes deep, man. But yeah, man. Yeah. So it's a Patrick Day still, man. But
all right.
I said I'm gonna come back to you though a little bit later. Cause I want to jump someone else here to speak about it a little bit more. Yeah. You just so I'm gonna get someone on there, and then I'm gonna go live with you. Cause I'm gonna come back to you, and we're gonna go through that old school DVD. You see it? And then I want to go live with it. Yeah. So I'm gonna buck you today, bro.
All right. What
Yeah.
time?
All right, man. Yeah.
What time you coming on?
No. What are we? What with you?
Yeah.
No. What I'm saying is, yeah, I want you to come off here. I'm gonna add someone on here. I'm gonna still be on live. Yeah.
Yeah.
Talk about this this mental illness. Yeah. Then I'm gonna come back you, and I'm gonna do another live with you with the old school DVD, and we're gonna talk a little bit about the old school shit.
It's funny. Trust me.
Yeah. All right. Cuz I'm gonna exit you out. Yeah. Bless up. No, but stay listening as well.
Yeah,
Write
yeah.
down what you need to write down and everything. We speak more
Uh,
about it. Yeah.
he tried to
All right.
reach.
Bless up. Bless up.
He did try to reach
Huh?
out, but and them weren't understanding, innit?
Yeah, we did, man. We did, bro. But I'm gonna talk. We're gonna talk more acid. Let me just shout you back though. Yeah. Yo. Yo. Ah, he's gone anyway. Let me get him. Yo, Acid, I'm trying to exit you out, bro. Why is it not exiting it out? Hey, press the X button. Exit it out. How the hell not exit out? Yeah, man, I don't know what going on, but he's not trying to. I can't. I'm trying to exit. Oh, there we go. I'm trying to exit him out. Boy, yeah. So yeah, man. Easy. Yeah. Until he disappear, I'm gonna bring my other boy in, and we're gonna speak about a little bit more. Because it's definitely a subject that we need to speak upon, man. Mental illness. A lot of people, man. A lot of people from the road life are going through it, man. That's what we need to understand, man. It's real out here, bro. You know what I mean? So yeah, definitely. So yeah, let me shout my brother, and he jumped straight on there, and we talk about his thing as well still. But yeah, because the thing is, I can definitely talk about health because that's a big contribution to mental health issues as well. But I just want to talk about it a little bit before I start breaking into the science behind it, because it's like cancer cells, yeah. Not cancer, abnormal cells. Everyone has abnormal cells, yeah. There's mutations in cells in like I said, 37.2 trillions of cells in the average person, yeah. Not every cell function correctly. There's abnormal cells, which is potential cancer cells. So that means there's mutations within cells that can trigger psychosis, depression. You see what I'm saying? So like it's depending on your genetics as well that can implemented and could be determined on like avenues. Like some people can smoke weed and it be fine with them. Some people can smoke weed and it just people can lose their head. You can blame the weed, but it could be in a genetic deposition that they had occurring in their cells anyway, and it takes a trigger to release the cycle. You know what I mean? The cycle trigger, like this, yeah, the mental health trigger, and that's the same with cancer cells. Everyone's has abnormal cells, and it takes a trigger which provokes the cancer cells to rump rampant. That's how it works. So it's in a genetic level, and understand microorganisms that I keep on pushing. People think that, oh, I'm talking about bacteria. Bacteria is the reason that we're living. We won't live without bacteria. So we need to understand that everything that we think, like, because this, other than this, yeah, when it comes to mental mental health, the only solution is to go into the mental home and get drugged up. You see what I'm saying? That's the only solution that anyone can give to you. But people don't drop the science of genetics and understand how bacteria can influence your depressions, hormones, and emotions that can be implemented and manipulated by microorganisms. No one speaks about that though. So yeah, man, I go into deep after, but people need to kick their stories, and so I got my brother Zak. He's gonna kick some information. I hope you was listening. You know what I mean? My boy Acid jumped on there. You know he's camera shy. You see it? So he kicked as much information, but he can go in for days and we can go in for days. So I definitely want you to kick your information, and we might go into a little bit of science, a little bit after. Or if people just want to hear people's stories, we can just leave it as that, and then we speak upon the science and the solutions of how we can help people with mental health a little bit more in a scientific way. But we keep it with our own enlightenment of mental health. So yeah, man, take the floor, brother.
Same, bro, man. Peace and blessings to the family. Yeah, I heard the discussion so far, and it's definitely needed, isn't it? Like, I'm gonna lie, like. So, what you want to cover? Like, let me know what you're gonna cover.
Brother, I think we should cover. I don't know because like I said, yeah, with my boy as well, yeah, we can go into for days, yeah, on the same topic. You know what I mean? But for him to kick all his stories, it's giving out his personal. You know what I mean,
get into his personal space, innit?
Yeah.
So it's up to you. So you can elaborate what you want to give out. You see what I'm saying? So it's your call. I would like I want to hear your personal experiences with like things like that, or your understanding of mental health that you can give out to the people that's listening, bro.
Say no more, no problem, man, no problem, no problem. Yo, so people, um, basically, mental health is, you guys are aware, it's a taboo, obviously, innit? Like, in the ends, innit? Or like, I don't know, the hood or whatever you want to call it. It's definitely a taboo. Like, not a lot of people like discuss like mental health, and not a lot of people take it seriously, and it's kind of shunned upon. And I think this is, like, I'm not gonna lie, like, I think this is kind of also like the diaspora, innit? Like children, like, I don't know, like if you've come from like Africa or Asia or whatever, innit, you've come from, like children of diaspora, like children of immigrants, like they don't speak, parents don't speak about it, and they don't deal with these things with their children, like. But as Eazi said early on, like, a lot of these things start off, these things don't happen overnight, like, you know, mental health, yeah, it don't happen like that, like, you don't wake up and that's it, you're just mentally unstable.
Yeah, no, definitely, brother.
Yeah, it's a very gradual thing. It takes, like, it's basically, like, it takes a long time of years or a long period of time to gradually build up. And I'm not gonna lie, as parents, as people within the community, we don't know what we're looking out for. We don't look out for these signs, innit? You understand? Like,
Yeah, bro.
where we should.
Yeah.
So with my case, I ain't gonna lie, like, I was what do you call it? I was one of those people that, who I knew, knew of people who were mentally unstable, like not closely, like not closely related, or not just, of, like, that's it. You just know of people who are mentally unstable. Yeah, most times I knew people with like disabilities or anything. I didn't know anyone like who's mentally unstable. To be fair, I knew people with disabilities who maybe had some mental instabilities as a result, because of, like, like autism. I don't know, like stuff like that, innit? I knew people like that, but and then, bro, like, I'm telling you right now, like, people, like, when it, like, it's crazy. I don't even know, like, I don't know. Thing is that the people who end up mentally unstable are the people who definitely were bullied for being. Well, these people, like, let me break it down. You see the people who most times are mentally unstable, yeah, who turn out mentally unstable. I promise you, most times the ones that I've met and the ones I've heard of, even hearing from Eazi, yeah, they're the most innocent guys. They're the most innocent women or girls. They're the most innocent people out there. Like I'm dealing with a situation right now, yeah, very close to home, like, and all I can say is, like, you'd bully the guy because he would never speak up. You wouldn't like, make fun of him, like, but that, like, it builds up, man. Like, and when you constantly someone their whole life, yeah, when constantly someone their whole life's being put down, their whole life, yeah, when they're being put down, and that's affecting their self-confidence, their self-esteem. Like, their parents, like, you get me, they try and get a job and they get complications with the job, they get fired, and the parents turn around like, you're a failure, this. So it adds up, it builds up, man, and it's mostly the person that you when we were kids, you'd say, oh, that guy was weird or it was strange. Like, most times they're the ones who end up going down that path, like. And I've had this theory, I'm not gonna lie, yeah. See, with mental, like, I remember one of my close boys, his brother had autism, innit, on the spectrum. Yeah. And I remember, like, obviously he used to go out and his younger brother would come around, yeah. I used to have this theory that, you see people who they can't control their actions and that they are autistic. I had this theory that when you look into their eyes, they know what's going on. Like, they know
they can understand you, they know everything that's going on around them, but unfortunately, somewhere in the wiring in their body, so they're trapped in their mind. Listen, what I'm about to say. Like they see the world, they know what's going on, they're trapped in their mind, but somewhere in the wiring, the receptors, whatever, when the impulse from the brain, when they want to lift their hand or when they want to say something, when it gets converted for those autistic people, it comes out different. So unfortunately, like, that's the theory I've got. Like literally, like they know everything that's going on, but whenever they want to do something, because of this thing that they've got here, this genetic thing, whatever. Whenever their actions get converted, it gets converted into something which obviously in our reality is not understandable. So they're trapped. Like those people that you're looking at, like those people, mental instability or autism. When you look at them in the eye, you know that there's someone in there. Obviously, there's obviously someone in there, but you know that they're trapped in a cage. Like that's what it is. I promise you, people. I don't know if you've dealt with it. But when you look into someone's eyes, when you look into your own, family member or brethren's eyes, and they're going through things, that's just a normal person. Like let's say normal, obviously. But when you're looking at someone who's dealing with something on a much greater depth or level, like with a mental instability or someone who's dealing with autism, when you look into their eyes, you see a different level of pain. You see a different level of voidness. You see a different level of blankness. But yet, when you look into it, you know that there's someone there. Like you're looking into it. So yeah, like Eazi, I remember Eazi.
Zak, let me say something. Yeah, let me say about my boy. Yeah, to take on the madness one. Yeah, brother. When you look, brother. When I look into my boy, yeah, cause bruv, he was gone, man. But I'm looking into his eyes, bro, and I'm trying to find him. Cause it's like, that's when it's a lot of spookism or whatever that I could say, yeah. I say spookism because I don't really deal with it, but other man, they might say something different, yeah. Brother, I'm trying to look for that soul that was inhabiting that body. That soul that was inhabiting that body before, that I know is not there no more, bro. It's like that's why, yeah. I must speak upon something that I must speak upon, yeah, bro. Astral projection, yeah. I'm not gonna let me yeah. Have you heard of Zak? Have you heard of astral projection?
Lightly, yeah.
Yeah, when your body leaves the physical realm and all that. This is all got to do with like ancestors and the African spirituality system way and connecting, bro. I experienced that when I was deep into my knowledge of spiritual system. I tapped into it. You see what I'm saying? Where the fact that, bro, it was mad. But anywho, what I'm saying is, yeah, bro, like I'm looking into my friend's eyes and trying to cool him.
Yeah, trying to bring him out.
Trying to bring him out. I want to definitely go talk about astral projection in the next episode. That goes in deep. But yeah, like I was trying to break to you, you can take it over again. But what I'm saying is, bro, I couldn't find my boy in that body, bro.
That's what I was gonna just speak about. You see what you said right there? That's when unfortunately, I'm not gonna lie, like that's what I'm scared about at the moment because of my situation.
Yeah.
Like every day, man. That's the problem. Like if they don't have a support system, your friends, the family, every day, unfortunately, they start. I'm gonna use this word, but it's degenerating. Like they start degenerating. Yes. I don't know, mentally or spiritually. That's what happens. They start losing this sense of reality. Like so, unfortunately, if the family and the support system isn't there to be around and to prevent obviously the individual further going down that road.
Yes, brother. I'm so happy you're talking, because you're exactly talking about. You're definitely talking about.
It's the road don't end for these people, yo. That's how it ends. You see what Eazi just said? My man jumped in front of a train, bro. Bro, I know someone like that right now, bro. Don't talk to me. Most times, that's bro. Imagine what it takes for a person to drive themselves, yo, to do that. Yeah, it's a deep road. The road don't end. It's a void, boy. It spirals. Like that's why people, yo. That's why the support system. That's why the friends and family. That's what I'm saying. Eazi, me and Eazi spoke about this briefly yesterday, and you know what made me laugh? Eazi said that his boy did two things that was a bit off or suspect, and he used to rough him up like, "Yo, what you did?" And it reminds me, I did that, and you know that, and I know, and when me and Eazi said that, I know both deep down we felt guilt. That's the guilt. That is a guilt that no man should do. Like, it should feel like. You see that guilt there, where you shouted at, you want someone who you know who's mentally unstable, someone who's mentally not there, and you shouted at them and you belittled them. You, instead of supporting them and being patient with them, you shouted at them.
Yeah, man. That's facts, bro. That's facts. That cause and you know what? I was a little bit lenient, bro. I'm a ruthless person, bro. Like, I'm ruthless, yeah. So understand me, I'm a little bit more humble as you speak to me now, bro. Like, back in the day, bro, like any nonsense, I will tell you, and I will tell you about it, bro. So I it does. I do feel guilty. I do feel the way that I might have like was less understanding. Like, you know what I mean? 'Cause I was just street life. I didn't understand that. I did not understand that. I wasn't educated in that. So I'm just thinking, bro, this guy is just doing something weird. You see it? So you can't be doing weird. You have to be on point. You know what I mean? Like soldier type. So I do feel like you know what I mean? Like I could have been more humble, more understanding, bro. But the thing is, the thing is, okay, with me, exactly.
Yeah, you hear me, Eazi. We didn't know anything about mental instability. You get me? When we were young, like we didn't have the tools. Our parents didn't have the tools. That's what I'm trying to say, bro. You see, most time these Caucasians, they're on point. Like they're on point with all this mental instability. Like they've dealt with it for generations. They don't shun it. Like as soon as they see it, they deal with it. And they go seek support, like they go to the psychiatrist, go take them to spots. That's you get me, like with our people, like we leave it for too long, and we leave it to the point, and sometimes we don't support at all, like, and we get to the point where we start losing people, and that's an element. That's an element in the society that we need to deal with. You get me, like, and you see what you were saying here, how man them need to speak to their bedrooms. Like I'm not for that, bro. Like you get me, like. Because most times, Eazi, you me know this, yeah? Man, them on road, like, they don't care, bro. They don't care, man. Like, you and me probably different, you get me? Like, we're different, yeah? But that's you and me, because we're actively speaking about it on the platform. These men were talking about, oh, you need to speak to someone, you're saying you need to speak to one of your brethren on road. Bro, these brethren, bro, they don't care, bro. They're going to go home, they're going to forget about it. They're gonna live. They don't care, bro. They're not going to, you understand? They're not there to support you, bro. Like, let's be real. Let's be real, man. I'm trying to say, like, even the people, man, that I used to call friends back in the day. Come on, bro. They weren't friends, bro. Like, let's be real, man. I'm not. I like those people that I used to call friends. Like, nah, man. I'm past that. Like,
there's definitely, but definitely I did. We definitely there's a select. There has to be a selective one or two, bro. There has to be. Yeah, so yeah, they definitely don't speak to the whole team. Speak to the selective one and two that's gonna be there, man. You know, everyone knows that. You know what I mean? Everyone knows who's real and who's not in it. Like, not everyone knows that. Not everyone knows that, but they have that code in it. You see it? So. Yeah, man, it's sad, bro. It's making me think a lot, man. I'm not here, yeah. I'm not here to say that I'm an expert or I've been doing what people should be doing. I'm not saying that, bro. I made mistakes and I keep on making mistakes, bro. I was a bad friend, bro. For my boy, I was a bad friend. You see it? Because I didn't have the understanding on that, and I didn't have the patience. I was off on one, bro. That's what we need to understand. But we do need to speak about it just to have that awareness. Because I didn't have no awareness about people going crazy to the full extent, you know what I mean? So it's deep, man. I think this is a start from the fact that we can talk to it about it and then make it like generalize in the street life. Because I'm gonna take this conversation straight into my ends here, where there's gonna be younger generations and everything. They're listening, you know what I mean? And then I'm gonna bring it out to the masses, bro. Because like that's what you know what it is, yeah. Take all this information to the ends, bro. No. I know we do this anyway, Zach, bro. But what I'm trying to say is, all these people that's got platforms and all that, yeah, and now talking all this stuff, yeah. please show me how you implement it in your community. Please, because
Yeah.
I'm gonna, or if not, I'm gonna be the only one that's doing it, because that's what I'm gonna do. This conversation is gonna go straight into my hood. I'm gonna have about 30 or 15 or 7 or 10 man around me, and I'm gonna make sure that everyone get their input and how they feel about it, because that's how street people are gonna start listening when everyone's gonna be a part of it. We can't just listen to 1 or 2 people. Everyone has to be involved in it, man. So yeah, man, it's a lot going on, man. But I do think, yeah, do you know what, Zach? We need to come back here, yeah. We need to study, yeah, the neurons, and the mutations in cells that causes psychosis and all that. I'm gonna do
Yeah.
that research for this conversation, bro. That's what Eazi does. He talks about something and he researches the hell of it, yeah, so he can understand, and he brings the information back to the people. We need to have this is part 1. So now we broke down our experience, yeah, and now we have to talk about the solution. The solution is understanding our health and the science behind it, because the only help that we have is now taken to the mental home, which is not good, because they drug them up, they make them dosed up, and then they come back
That's
not
it.
them.
That's it. That's it. I'll talk. Don't remind me about that last point that you just said right there. But I was gonna also say what we need to do also is being able to identify the
Yeah,
various forms
science.
of this mutation or of this instability in people, like from early forms. Like that's what we
Yes,
need to be
man.
able to identify. And then you see those people, yeah, who are going through that. What happens is they themselves deny it. Like, yo, I'm not
Yeah,
dealing with it. Like, so they deny it and they suppress it, and that builds up. Yeah, and you understand. And what we need to help them do is face what the trauma that they're dealing with, and then be able to help them overcome it. But yeah, see that point, that's very important. That point right there, because being able to identify the early stages and forms of the mental instability. But
Zach,
moment,
I'm gonna give it to you, yeah, to do that research, bro. I'm giving it up to like 1 week to 2 weeks, and we're gonna come back and do the part 2, bro. I want you to talk about that. I do with science. I'm gonna talk about the genetics. I'm gonna talk about health. I'm talking about how you can help build certain neurons and depression, lower depression, lower stress, and all of that through health. So you can do that information about how you can find signs of mental illness, and we can bring it to this platform, bro. But the thing is, yeah, bruv, just we close it on this one, because I want to definitely put it out. I don't want it to be like 2 hours long, because a lot of people ain't gonna listen to it. You see it, so I want to keep it short as much as we can, and we do a part 2 on it, yeah, and we break down more, and we go again, we go in hard, yeah. So Zach, yeah, man, just do a breakdown, and we lock off the thing, bro.
yeah, break it down before you lock off, yeah.
Yeah, man. Do your shout outs and how we should be seeing people and that before you just ending. Do your ending, bro.
Yeah, listen, I gotta say something. You just reminded me. You know what? You just reminded me. Yo, listen, people, man. You see this here? This lockdown right here, this quarantine. Yo, this is a battle for the mind, body, and soul, man. Just reminded me out here. I'm telling you right now. You see this here? I promise you, this is all a social experiment. What we're going through right now. It's not, bro. It's not a lie.
Wow.
You're gonna hit me with a conspiracy theorist. Listen to what I have to say though. You see this here? What we're doing right now, they've isolated us to the 4 corners of our rooms and our houses. You know, people, we're not interacting anymore. I said this before, we're plugging into the virtual social matrix, we're plugging into the TVs, the mobile phones, the PlayStations, whatever, innit? We're not out here in nature, yo. We're not out here exploring this land that we inhabit. What they want us, they're doing this, they confine us. Listen, working from home, yeah? You see where we're getting? You see we're getting? Click and collect. That's what they want, people. That's the future that they want. So unfortunately, part and parcel of this futuristic, what they want, this future world is yeah. That's as the brethren said, testing the people's mental state. Unfortunately, this is what's happening. Like, people are not able to deal with this solitude, the confinement, being alone. This is basically like,
Open prison.
yeah, it's an open prison. Like, that's what it is. Like, that's what it is, and people aren't able to deal with that. Like, people, people are just plugging into the TV, watching it.
Bro, there's a lot of suicides in jail as well. Suicide, and people hang themselves and all that in pain, bro. So if you understand how the mental stress in there, like, you're kind of like, it's an open jail, man. It's an open jail. So I agree.
Just a couple of weeks ago, like I'm not gonna lie, like, because I work around the railway and that, innit? The mental, I mean, the rise in the suicide rate, yeah, has drastically increased. Like, before, people used to jump out onto the, you know, trains and incoming. They used to jump out like quite late when it was dark around, innit? But now people are doing it like this time. People are doing it during the day. That's how. Like, when you start seeing it, that's how you know it's severe. Like, when people are jumping out in front of trains like midday, or, like, you get me, like 12 o'clock, 1, 2, like, not even late at night. People used to do it late at night, like, but people do it's gone quite bad. So people, like, listen, stay strong, read books. You got to tap into yourself, talk to people, like, and like I said before, for people out there, if you're listening and you know someone who's off, like, I'm gonna use the terms that we used to use back in, you're weird, who was off, yo, listen, talk to them people, man. You don't know what they're dealing with. Like, so
They don't. Yeah, man. Help them before they end up being a suspect or something crazy, or being a victim of something crazy.
Yeah, help them before you get to that stage where you're sitting down, yeah, and you're reminded of your brethren or the sister. You get me, and you're like, yo, I wish I could have handled that situation better, or I wish I could have. Listen, I'm telling you, family, like, you don't know how it feels to know someone, and every day waking up and thinking, yo, is this person still alive? Like, and the first, and you go to sleep thinking, I hope they don't kill themselves, yeah. And you wake up in the morning, and I hope they won't go on their life every night and morning. And listen, family, you don't want that on your mind. Like, I'm telling you, like, we're already dealing with something. So call them people, get in contact with them. Like, just do little things, man. The little things that they feel like, yo, I have someone there who you get me. Like, first time they might not think about it, but if you do it for a month, you do it for a couple of weeks, like, they'll start thinking, yo, Eazi, yo, Zak, you know, he actually cares. You know, he's called me like twice a week, 3 times. Like, yo, this is, you understand? How can we do it for people like, you know, elderly people, like your old mom? If you got elderly parents, you do it for them. Like, you call them every week, yo, you need me to bring anything through. But we don't do it for the people who our age or younger who are going through mental instabilities. We don't do that. We don't check up on them as often. Like, we should. You get me? But that's really what I want to end it on. I want it on a positive vibe. So just check up on the people, family. Check up on your family, and don't let them suppress your mind and your body and your spirit and your soul. Like,
100. Be out there, man. Today is a nice day as well. That's why I'm out here. I'm supposed to be my boy. I'm out here, fam.
Camera, man. It's a nice day. Look at the sun, man. Out here, man. Come on, man.
Yeah, you have to get the air, man. Come out and walk, bro. Yeah, definitely, man. But yeah, man, salute to you, though. Big up your platform and everything. Big up your platform, bro.
Yo, listen, if you ain't watched Eazi's breakdown of science yesterday, released it, watch that. I'm telling you, and listen, family, it don't cost a lot, yeah. Just share, spread, like, comment on the videos and all that.
Yeah, subscribe.
Subscribe as well. Don't forget to subscribe. I've recently started a YouTube channel as well. Righteous Disciple on YouTube, basically dealing with dealing with a lot of things, the social economic conditions of the people and the problems we got in society. That's Righteous Disciple on YouTube, if you want to check it out. But love for the family that all tuned in today, man. And I hope you guys have a great weekend, man.
Yeah, man. Yes. I'm gonna go live. Make sure you're in live later on today, because you're gonna see some old school Eazi, boy.
Come, yeah, we're gonna see some old school pictures and videos, and that stuff makes me miss the back in the old school days. It makes me miss them days, them Walkman days, bro.
Bro, them days, nah, no Walkman. They weren't, there weren't no phones. I didn't have no phones. Listen,
no phones, yo. Eazi's older than me. I forget.
No phones. Bro, we come out with no phones. We just go and buck up at a location, bro. And then, like, if man them are not up at a certain time, yeah, we just sit there for hours waiting for man them to come through, bro.
Man them on the wall, innit?
Yeah, man used to walk from Forest Gate all the way to E6, bro. Like, and then, bro, if man them are not there, boy, man used to walk back.
Hey,
crazy. But yeah, definitely. Salute to the family. I'm gonna be out, man. I'm gonna be live a little bit later. So salute to the people. Yeah, bless up. Like and subscribe. Easy herbs. Yeah. All right, bless up.
Shut up.
All right, bless.